It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's time for another video on MLB The Show 23. And today we're going to jump into Road to the Show, and we're going to do this absolutely blind, if you will. I haven't started Road to the Show in MLB 23 just yet because I want to be able to, I guess, describe the whole process from start to finish to any new players that are playing this game today. But before we get started, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, turn that bell notification on so you stay up to date with new content just like this. And of course, if this video does help you out, like it, because that will help show this video off to all the people around the world that need help with Road to the Show and other things in MLB The Show 23. Now, before we get into Road to the Show and how to play inside Road to the Show, because there are different ways to field in Road to the Show that I've been getting a lot of questions about, we're going to do something with a new feature in this game, and that is called MLB The Show 23's Face Scan. Now, in this game, if you're familiar with maybe NBA 2K23 or even the WWE series, you're able to use face scans in the game to put yourself in the game itself. Now, this is... I've seen worse implementations of the system, but before we kind of, I guess, just dive into all of that, we're just going to show you how to use it. So here on screen, you can see my phone, and you can see the options menu. So if you have the MLB The Show 23 companion app, download it on your phone. On the bottom right, you'll see 23. That's the first thing you're going to click, and then you'll have this whole list of options here. You're going to click Face Scan, and your face scan is uploaded. So I've already done this, but if we're going to replace it, this is how we do it. And you have this implementation here where it's got a very oval head around you. And then you'll be able to take your photo and you'll be able to implement this in the actual game itself. And we'll do it real quick. Now, I'm also doing this without any kind of good background. I got bad lighting in the back, so it may be interrupting here. And we're just going to show you anyway what it looks like regardless, okay? And you see in the note here that from the analysis of this photo, we believe it might not achieve optimal final results. This is a machine learning suggestion, and it could be wrong. And if you want to click show analysis, you can, and it kind of tells you. So mouth may not be open, lips may be level, head tilted, so that's the issue it's seeing here. But regardless, let's just send it anyway. Click here to advance, upload video, or excuse me, upload photo. And now it's going to upload it to the server. So you'll have to wait in the game itself to, as you can see there on the top right, that the face scan upload is completed. And now it's processing. So we'll come back here when it's done. And as you can see, it says there in the top right, face scan is complete. So we're going to go to new ball player here. So here you're introduced with three different selections here. You can do position player, two-way player, and pitcher. And for the sake of this video, we'll jump into the pitcher side of things maybe a little later. But we're just going to do position player, just something normal here. And now you can focus on three different things here. So you can focus on power. And again, if you've played NBA 2K, you may be familiar with options like this where it will show you if you want to have a certain build for your player. It will show you who's a good comp. All right. So if your power, the best comparison here is Giancarlo Stanton. If you want to go with contact, it's Freddie Freeman. And if you want to be more focused on fielding, Nolan Arenado is your most apt comparison. And because I want to focus more on the defensive side, and because I think that's my better part of my real game, we're going to go with fielding here. Now here you're able to pick a couple things, and we can't pick pitcher because of two reasons. We didn't pick two-way player, and we also did not pick pitcher. So we're only allowed to pick the other 8 positions. And because I played third and first, and I actually want to have some kind of modicum of, I don't know, actually doing something defensively in this game, I'm going to pick third base. So next you get a look here at the face scan portion of Road to the Show. Now, if you hadn't uploaded it at this point, this is a QR code to bring you to the App Store to download MLB The Show. And so it'll walk you through the process then. But we kind of already had that set up for us right into this, so I had time to process. So click face scan. There it is. I've seen worse. Seen much better though. Much better before. But hey, you know, for a quick picture that I really didn't prepare for when it came to the lighting behind me and the actual background behind me, that's not bad all considered. I do look a little angry. I haven't eaten yet. So we have accepted our face scan, and now we can actually create our player. So here you can just do your typical stuff, your name, your number, where you're from, if you throw right or left-handed, if you're a switch hitter, or maybe if you want to just go with right. And that's it for your general info. Moving on to looks, this is how you can maybe salvage a little bit of what you did. So for skin tone, this is probably going to be the very first thing you want to do is match this up as best as you can with what you took. we'll just go with that. Kind of look like Dax Harwood of FTR. I like that. That's cool. I don't have a crazy podcast, but there we go. Top guys out. So then you can also pick your height and weight, your body type, neck size, shoulders and collarbone. This kind of stuff I just leave as is. It's just me. I think it looks normal. I'm kind of a default character in real life, so that works for me. So with everything else, you can change hair. This is the only thing I really focus on most of the time because I do want to make sure this all looks normal. I will go with that. I don't have that great of hair, but it's the closest we're going to go with here on short notice. Facial hair, it gives you quite a few options for facial hair, so you can stack on the facial hair itself. You want to give yourself maybe a small soul patch, and then maybe give yourself a handlebar. Go with the bear trap, whatever that is. And then length, stubble, medium, full. Then you kind of look like that. And again, like with the length, you can go full, medium, or stubble, which is nice. So you have several options for your facial hair, which is pretty cool for a game that makes it quick and painless. And then you change your facial hair color. I hate it because, as you can see, I have two-tone hair on my head. So I hate when games will just automatically default to the same color hair for both your head and your facial hair. That's not the case for a lot of people. So I'm able to change it up here. It's not as red as I want it to have the option to be, but just so you know, you do have the option. Just give you a two-tone here. We'll go with a blonder look. There's other things you can change about your looks, but the most important one that you'll probably take some time adjusting here is your uniform itself. You hit RB, you don't have to back out and go to everything. I know you can't see it with the camera over it, but here you can change your glove styles, and this is cards you can unlock, and that's how you'll change all of these. And you can unlock that just playing the game itself, going to Diamond Dynasty and buy them. Otherwise, you're kind of left with the default stuff, and we do like this blue. The only thing that's different from this year as opposed to last year, motions and sounds, it's this. So there's no more sounds of the show, so you can't upload your own music in the game anymore, which kind of sucks. But a lot of people obviously probably weren't using that feature, which is why they took it out to begin with. But we're in an era where systems don't allow you to just upload music into the system itself. You had to do it through MLB The Show in the game. Now, I miss it because you used to be able to do entrance songs in wrestling games. You used to be able to do sounds of the show in this game, a lot simpler. It's great. I miss it already. Here we are. We're losing customization as we get further along in life, and we should get more. I don't get it. But you can use the music that's in the game, or you can just use stock music. We're not going to go through all that because I have the music turned off. And of course, you can change your batting stance, which is probably your most identifiable feature when you're playing the game. And you can go through a lot of things. This will include current players and former players' batting stances as well. And right now, these are just general stances. And you can do a lot of different things here. So if you want to change the way your hands are set in terms of where you're actually holding the bat, this is really cool. There's a lot of stuff you can change here within the confines of your actual player. And now we're able to start our career. So we've established everything here.
He's been waiting a long time.
And you'll get a little intro video here. I won't spoil it here, so we'll skip it. And then you're introduced with this little cutscene here. So the Cubs are my favorite team in real life, but also defined in the game as well. So this is how it starts out. I have a Cub Scout coming after me. And here you're introduced with 3 options here when you get this call from Justin. He's asking you about a conversation he had with you about playing baseball. And yes, absolutely would be just okay, let's go play. Now, I've spoken to a lot of scouts this year. We're going to click this because I believe this will give us the option to kind of pick our team. And he'll ask where you see yourself in the draft class, and this gives you an idea of if you're going to be a cocky son of a bitch or if you just are humble and you're hoping that you're going to be able to play in the league. And then here you're going to get that option of, do you want to play for the Cubs? In real life, I absolutely would love to play for the Cubs. But here you're able to get that option here to pick a different team. So we're going to click that just to give you the just to show you here in Road to the Show what it looks like. Oh, you don't even get Justin's response. That's cutting him deep, man. He didn't get a chance. And here we're going to do. We're just going to close our eyes and let it fall wherever it may. Watch it be the Cubs and drop. We're going to the Dodgers. Oh, we're in good hands. Here we go. Oh, there you go. We do get Justin's response. So he says that we still see a unique skill set in you and are considering drafting you. So what does your future in baseball look like? What does your future in baseball look like, whether you're on our team or another? But you should always have a backup plan. So if you don't make it in the bigs, and you'll see in a series we do here soon why it's important to always have a backup plan when it comes to baseball. But I'm thinking Hall of Fame and World Series championship. Let's think big. All right, we're going to the MLB draft. Diamond Dynasty players. That screen looks familiar because this is the screen you get with diamond level players. And this is us in a beautiful suit, showing us that we got drafted to the Dodgers, even though we already picked it, and kind of took out the drama of all of it. I do not like Chris Russo. I saw a screen cap of him the other day just going... I'm just not a fan of Chris. I don't like the just obnoxious yelling for no reason. All right, you get this option here in the locker room. You get several things here. League. So this is the minor leagues. It just gives you an idea of everything going around. So standing, stats, leaders, awards, stadium assignment, like this. And you can just change it all up, which is fine. It's cool. Next, you can see your team, so you can see your roster, your lineups. This would be a good idea to see where you're at. And we're leading off. Player extras, so stats and rewards, relationships. So this will show you how your relationship with your teammates are. Without further ado, KG. Again, I want to skip all this, not only to not spoil you, but also because I don't know what kind of copyright flags they'll throw on us here. So you can't see under my camera here, but it says play game, sim to next appearance, or sim this appearance. We're gonna see. So here's your introductory to MLB The Show's Road to the Show. The Tulsa Drillers here, part of the Los Angeles Dodgers farm system. First appearance in the game is at bat. Bat number 8. See where it can get. So we take ball 1. So in the game, defensively, only show you when you're getting a play to you. And this is going to be the moment a lot of you have been waiting for. How do I play defense in Road to the Show? We'll get that here in just a moment. And Joe Random pops one up to right field, and that'll be out number 1. So not a bad first swing here in MLB's Road to the Show mode. Things aren't looking good for the Drillers. And Random fouls it off. Drillers are getting a little bit of drilling done. There's almost nowhere I can put my camera here. Underneath my camera, you'll have little notifications about good things your player's doing or bad things. Popped it up. Solid contact is what it says underneath right now. It says power against righties ++. So as you do things in your at-bats, whether it's take a pitch, swing at a bad pitch, it's going to update you throughout of maybe addendums to your game, your attributes. And good rip there. We got ourselves our first base hit here in this video. Just 2 outs left in the game. We haven't played defense at all. We're not going to play defense in this game. But once you're on base, this is what it looks like. And you get the control scheme there in the top right where advance or return. And there we go. We're going to be out at second. Throw first in time. No. So the game will continue, but we are out at second. Finally, we get some defense here in the mix. We're over at third. We can do some pre-pitch moving here. Usually when you're in a position like this, it's going to be grounded. So he's bunting. Now we're going to sprint up to it. Press B to fire this up, and then you'll have to get it there in the target and then press the right trigger. Now you may be asking, I hated the way that looked when I was fielding. How do I change that? Can I change it? Yes, you absolutely can. You don't have to have that way of playing the game. It's just another way to make it, I guess, more interesting when it comes to fielding. You can do the normal stuff. Anything you've already done in fielding in regular games, franchise, Diamond Dynasty, Exhibition, whatever. You can do that in Road to the Show. All you have to do here is you go to your settings, hit gameplay, scroll over to control. You see you have offense, defense, and then player lock, which is where we're going to be focusing on a Road to the Show settings here. Player lock throwing interface. ShowTime is what that interface is called that you saw, where you click a button to throw the base. And the bases are the normal bases. So just because the field's inverted from what you typically see, the buttons are still the same. So B, this is Xbox. So B is first base, Y is second, X is third, and then A is home. So that doesn't change. Now, you can change that if you want. I would. ShowTime is what we were doing. Analog, just analog. You up for second, right for first, third for left, and then down for home. Your buttons, same thing, where you just hold the buttons for the accuracy. And then the button accuracy, where you have to hit it on the meter. So you can change it to all the different modes in the game if you want, just so you know. We'll show you button accuracy if we get another fielding opportunity, which for some reason this game doesn't want to give it to us. We're playing at third, we're playing a hot corner, and no one's grounding the ball to us. So you want to go to second here if it gets grounded to you. You can see the ball, throw to second. There's a button accuracy meter, as you can see. And double play is not turned. Get another opportunity here defensively. So this showed up here when I was playing, and this gives you a quick tutorial of what you're looking at. So unforced play is the first. The yellow portion of the meter indicates throws in the dirt, which means you have to rely on the fielding ability of your first baseman. Now, we talked about this in the defensive fielding tutorial video that I did a couple weeks ago. This is not an easy play, which is why this is showing up. I had to dive for it. I'm on the ground at the moment, and we have to make sure we are throwing in the green region, otherwise it can get a little hairy. For some reason it showed me throw it as X, which is inverted. When I was playing normally, it was B. Don't know why it showed up. But it gave you a quick tutorial if this is your first time fielding in the game under button accuracy. It was a hard throw, so I had to come up and make sure I had it right there in the accurate green zone. Once again, met with the dynamic challenge. We can advance the runner, contact swing to advance the runner, power swing to advance the runner. Because I'm all about the long ball. We'll hit the power swing button, which is X. And again, road to the show, you can change the way you're batting. So if you prefer the timing method of it only, you can do that. For zone, you can do that as well. You can change it. This is normal. And power swing gets us a gapper, and that will advance the runner to third. We're going to go for 2. Let's get 2. We got ourselves a double and an RBI. Didn't even see that he scored. So, attribute rewards. We got reward for power and clutch. We used the power swing. Got ourselves an extra insurance run, or as they say in the South, insurance. And we're standing on second with a double. So we'll show you how to steal here. We're stealing. Need to go back. Oh no! Okay, at first I thought it dropped in. I was like, oh shit, keep going. He actually caught it, so we got doubled up there. But you can see that base running is still an important part of the game. And did they just win? They won in the ninth. And that could have been a direct result of what I did there in the ninth by ruining our run scoring opportunity, because I was standing there at second with only 1 out, or was 0 outs, and then it became 1 out, and then eventually 2. They scored 3 in the ninth and beat us, so can't confirm or deny that it was your fault, but you didn't help. We lost this game. Now, you can't see it because my camera's there, but underneath it, it says play next game, so you can just go immediately into the next game with this. We won't show you here because this is going to be the end of the video. For now, this is just your introductory to Road to the Show, at least from everything to setup and how to field in ShowTime, the ShowTime tutorial, because people have been asking about it in the fielding tutorial, like, what is this method? How do I have to use it? Can I change it? Yes, and yes, and yes, you can change it. Okay. But before we go, if you have any other questions, if you want to see a different kind of tutorial video here for MLB The Show 23, let me know so we can get that cooking. Road to the Show is a fun mode if you are someone that wants to take one player and get them all the way to the majors. Again, you start in AA and you work your way up, and it's a fun way to integrate yourself into the world of baseball, and you get little cutscenes, you get actual real life cutscenes. You saw Christopher Russo, you saw Ken Griffey Jr. You get things like that in MLB The Show's Road to the Show mode. But if this video helped you out, like this video, because that'll help other people find this content just like you did. And share this with a friend that may have just picked this up and has no idea what Road to the Show is and wants a quick video on how to play it and where to start, and maybe gets a quick introduction to the new face scan feature. All sorts of stuff like that is in this video. Of course, you just watch it all, so you knew that. And of course, the easiest thing you can do is subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, and that will give you the option to have notifications sent to your phone or your desktop or wherever it might be that you watch YouTube and get those notifications on that. We have new content right here on this channel, including live streams. So if you haven't done any subscribing or anything, do it now. Do it now! And we also have a fun series that's going to be coming up with MLB The Show. We're going to be using franchise mode for it. Very excited to start that. I need to set it all up, but that's going to be a very fun little ride we're going to be heading on as well. But again, thank you for your support, and until next time, we'll see you.